So, for those who don't know who Aaron Draplin is, can you explain or describe yourself and what you do?
Sure. Wow.
It's a tough one,
I
right?
know it's like it's going to sound cooler than it is or something, but I make logos. You know, I work for myself, cut my teeth in a lot of snowboarding brands, and still do. And then have transitioned over into a lot of identity work, and then all sorts of other crusty little pursuits. As much as I can do to get away with it. I don't like to wear pants, right? So the metaphor is that in my shop, you can come there and be comfortable at all times. Can you work and get away with it and keep it kind of cool? And I've been able to do it for over a decade.
Nice.
So, yeah,
that's awesome.
That's it, yeah.
So how did you get started in design?
I come from a family that was pretty creative. But instead of video games when we were kids, you know, we had Legos. Drawing, all my life I've been drawing. So out of high school, you know, you have to go pick some shit. And like, you know, based on height, weight, I'm going to be what? You know, a plumber or something, you know, whatever. Based on IQ.
Yeah.
But, you know, I knew I wanted to go into art. When you got a little deeper into what visual communications, you know, sort of was, there's a trade quality to it that made sense. I was on the cusp. This industry behind me, one day behind when I came in. So I got to see a pretty distant, you know, like, oh man, this technology coming in now is changing everything. So I have a pretty big appreciation for basically all the people that lost a job. I've always kind of remembered that. So every little job I've had, you know, in design, it's been a weird step to see, you know, how to use the tools as simple as possible. So you know what I'm saying? But
absolutely.
To answer your question, I don't know, it would have been 1993. I didn't really get a job for about 8 or 9 years. I went snowboarding with my buddies first. I went and worked in Alaska to go back to school to learn about that there's like this really finite, you know, different focus, you know, set of directions. You know, I picked sort of print and logos and function over fashion. And, you know, got my first job when I was about 27 and have not looked back.
Yeah.
My first job with sort of like not having to like dig a ditch, you know. My first sort of like job where it was a job I completely loved was for Snowboarder magazine. I worked with a great group of guys. But then I got my first studio job was with Cinco Design Office, and you know, they rolled the dice on me, you know, and it was, you see what I'm saying? There's like different degrees, you know. It's like each one was a triumph for me personally, but then, you know, each one of them I did it long enough to realize I want to go see what's next. But when you get to the coolest one, Cinco, can I just go make it on my own? So 2004, I've been on my own viciously since, and I'm never going back. I hope.
So you love freelance and
Funlance.
Funlance. There we go.
Big jobs, little jobs, ugly jobs, tough jobs, great kick-ass big loot jobs. Oddly enough, if the guy doesn't have any money, I do a lot of those too, you know, where someone just needs help. Because there's just a beauty to, I don't know, making someone look a little bigger than they are, you know, or giving them a fighting chance with a good idea. There's like something subversive about that I really get off on. If it's not out there, you go invent it, you know? And man, I'm so thankful for that. In the end, it's not digging ditches, you know? I did it.
It does.
It's awesome. I'm never gonna, you know what I mean?